we're not a huge toy team, okay, but we will use sleds. We will use some things, some tools from time to time, okay, to simulate different types of blocks. So this particular drill, okay, we'll have two defenders underneath this one-man sled, okay. The O-lineman is going to be the lead man in the combination, okay. So he's going to take his steps like he's working, okay, a zone, backside zone combo or a frontside zone combo, okay. He's going to drive and then simulate coming off on a linebacker. So we call this zone leader and off, right? So I'll drive, I'll blow a whistle, then he triggers off to fight on the linebacker, okay? You can also do it where he would be driving, right? And I blow a second whistle, and now he takes over the bag because this defender or this linebacker has rolled over the top. So you can work two different styles, okay, on this particular type of combination. And it does allow, it trains them to keep balance, right? And take half the bag, and then obviously kept their eyes and their outside hand free when they're coming off on those defenders, okay? Pretty good example of working various combinational drills that can be done very easily. So now you put it all together. Now you got our front side combinations where we're working all the things we've worked on throughout this drill work, okay? A little bit slow with the guard here, so he's trying to toe tap in that second step. But again, we're wanting vertical movement on those combinations, okay? Trying to press this thing vertical. The trail man is not responsible for being the eyes of the operation right here. The lead man in the combination, the front side guy is the eyes. He is trying to get his aiming point, whether it's a reach aiming point, play side armpit, whether it's a backside cutoff, right? Whatever it may be, he's trying to get the aiming point. So it's not this 4 eyes, 4 hands, 4 shoulders deal. We don't train that, right? We're looking really to get that guy into the lap of the defender. The lead man is the eyes of the whole thing. Okay, the other guy's just trying to kill his defender and get him vertical push, right? So front side combinations, right? Now we're working that 2-for-1, right, on the outside zone world, okay? And then guard and tackle. So our guard and tackle combinations work in conjunction, right? We call those a deuce, okay? So now really this guard's going to cover the ass of the tackle, so he's protected on the inside. 3 steps. Now he climbs to the second level. Now you're incorporating pound steps. You're incorporating the base reach by the tackle, okay? And obviously the finish that we drill every day, okay? So another type of combination this time, obviously, we're going to have the backer fill a little bit quicker. And we're really taking this back. This is not how we want to fit on the backer, right? So this is a way to drill how to get those feet in the ground, reestablish that base, right? So there's different ways you can play with this to make it a more productive and more realistic drill, right? And obviously, this is good for us to see because that's not what we want. We don't want them dragging toes. We don't want no base, right? And so we would take this back over and over and over again until it's correct. We'd watch it every day in meetings and then obviously be able, okay, to go out there and execute it the next day of practice. So here's another example, right, where his linebacker is running over the top. This guy's hanging on the back half. So now we come in, okay, and collect it, overtake, knock the tackle back off, and then we finish the drill. And this is just a mindset that we have. I mean, notice we're not in pads here, right? That's why we have the hand shields. It doesn't matter to us. There is one speed the way you train and you finish, right? And it's a mentality. Yes, you don't want to hurt our guys, but at the same time, that's not his job to keep him up, right? It's his job to establish dominance on the line of scrimmage, own the line of scrimmage, okay, and practice very, very physically, very violently, so that on Saturdays, right, that's how we play, okay? Just various different combinations on the front side. Now the backside work the same way and in conjunction, okay, with, again, all the fundamentals we use from a cutoff standpoint, from the one-man sled, right, the zone leader and off. It's working the same drill work, okay, just in live bodies now. That everything we do comes down to those fundamentals that we teach in the progressions, okay? Working odd, right? Odd combinations where we have to knock the nose, right? So different linebacker configurations, different defensive fronts, and it's a way for us to drill all of our front side and backside combinations. And you can see the tempo of practice. This isn't sped up, right? It's a fast 2-minute burst. Physical is all get out, and then stopping. He's getting ready to run back, and then obviously we're ready for the next rep. So it's very efficient. We get a lot of reps in a short window of time. Things are violent. Things are physical, right? And we train that way. Yes, it's not always the most perfect technique. We teach that. We bring it back, right? we make sure it's correct. And the second time around, we film it, obviously, and then there's the instruction that takes place in the meeting room, in the film room. Okay, so a lot of development happens that way, for not only from the physical side on the field and the drill work on the field, obviously, but then the positional work in the meeting room. Okay, so these are just different types of backside combinations. You can see him taking his steps, coming off the football, getting that vertical movement, right? No eyes here by the tackle. He's trying to get this thing cut off and then get vertical, right? This is the eyes of the combination. We come back off. We want to try to avoid this inside hand getting involved, but you can tell he is still square. And as this guy starts to widen, the linebacker, the simulating linebacker, then he comes off and delivers the strike. Now, okay, we are striking with our screws in our hands. Okay, so there is a little bit of forward lean when we come on, right? But he missed with his punch. You got to get his hands inside. Okay, again, here's another example. Again, the tackle's getting cut off. This is just what we call backside B. And then obviously the second level come off of the lead man in that combination. Same thing here. Working the same skill set. You could replace this guy with the one-man sled, okay? And it would be the exact same drill, okay? Same thing here with the backside, working various linebacker configurations. This time he's deep. We're trying to take that, obviously, to the next level, okay? I'm going to skip the gap schemes, much more of the same type of stuff. I'm going to get to some of the crossover things that we do. So pods is a podded drill we do with the D-line, O-line, D-line, and it's a very challenging drill, right? Because each side argues that it's skewed towards one another, but it does force each side, obviously, to play the skills that they're going to need, right? Defense, it's block destruction, it's taking on double teams and the like, right? Offense is trying to get a good double team, good aiming points against speed and live competition, right? And then work on trying to get off on our second level, working that technique of a backside combination. You can see if this is a backside combination, we have the defense cut off right here. Things aren't getting stretched laterally, right? We're pressing it vertical. It's a good example of that. Here's another one, right? No different in what we're doing. Now, just different linebacker configuration. This backer's not over the top over here, right? So we can be very, very heavy in this backside combo, right? Again, working that backside combination, keeping it vertical. The tackle's getting it cut off. The guard's trying to drive vertical through the defender, okay, is what we're looking for. Okay, now, outside zone, reaches, right? We get it reached. Now he's trying to press it vertical, okay? Did his job here, trying to get it reached, trying to get it reached, trying to get it reached. Then we displace with the high arm on the outside, okay? So, again, it's the same skill work we're using, front side zone combination, okay, versus a tackle and a guard, right? Being able to come off, okay, and it's good movement on an inside zone, just offset right and left. That's all this is right here. Offset right and left in the cage, just getting movement, driving that defender off his track, okay, creating space and creating running lanes for the running backs, okay? So center pod, work it the same way. Here's a front side combination, right? He sees that defender work away, so he's got the two-step rule, climbs up, delivers the strike on the backer, and then again, you can see that transition, okay? And here's the cutoff. There's the hole on the front side. So